Sorry, guys, I'm here. yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem, and let's cue that intro. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. As you know, it's been a long day. I've actually been next to the man himself, the myth, the legend, Terry Flewers. We went down to the Westfields, had some grub, spoke about some stuff, done a little cheeky stream on the football terrace, which you may have seen me on over there as well. Hence why you've got this late show that I've brought on for you guys today. Now, I know everyone's probably been talking about it a lot and you've heard it on Twitter and everywhere else, but I really want to talk about the Hakimi news. The news of Hakimi. Chelsea bidding or matching PSG for the same amount of 60 million euros. From what I understand, Inter Milan are trying to hold out. They're trying to hold out for 80 million euros, which is what I think they're trying to push for. The only thing that works in Chelsea's favour is that they've got players that they want from us. So you could look at maybe an Emerson. There's been talks about Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Clown potentially going to, leaving Chelsea. I highly doubt it. As much as I always banter about it, I highly doubt that Krusty the Clown is going to be sold. But before we get into that, please smash that like button. Please share on all your socials as well. I think we're about 40 or 50 away from 1,300 subscribers, which is massive for us. It's huge, and I really want to thank you guys for helping us to do that. The giveaway is still going over on the GNA official page. You've got till Friday to get involved in that, so make sure you go over there, GNA TV official on Instagram, like the photo, tag 2 people in it and share it, and you're in, and you'll be a part of the competition. So yeah, let's try and get to 30 likes, please, people. That's something we massively want to do here. Let's go through some of these chats. Fata says, I don't even know what that says. I don't even want to try and attempt that, but I'm assuming it's like, hello, how are you, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Fata, I get you. Big up to Wayne as well. I hope, Wayne, you are well. Hassan is here as well. You're all over the place with times. First 8:30, then you do it early, and then you say it's specific time, you come late. Yeah, Hassan, I've been out, bruv. I've been out. Like I said, I've been next to Terry Flewers. Hola, Tommy. Hola to Andre. I'm saying hola to everyone now. What's going on with me? Hello, Jem. I hope you're doing well. Big up to you, Andre. I hope you're well, wherever it is that you are, man. No chance, Hakimi. Here comes the man, the myth, the troll, Josh Thompson. No chance, Hakimi's picking you over PSG. PSG guaranteed trophies, unlike Chelsea, who flew their way to glory. Now, Josh, I don't know if you have recently been watching football, mate, but Chelsea won a Champions League. Something that PSG got knocked out of. Something that, if I'm right, Thiago Silva used to play for PSG for a very long time throughout his career and not once won that trophy. He comes to Chelsea in one season and he wins that trophy. That's all I got to say, bro. Like, that is the most irrelevant comment I've ever seen. Big up to Alex as well. Alex, I hope you're well. It's an upgrade going from Chelsea to Inter anyway. If I was Krusty the Clown, I'd be gassed. All right, Josh. Stop. Joshua. Oh, Joshua's going in on Josh. Yeah, look, let's get stuck into it. Like I said, let's try and get to 30 likes, people. Appreciate it massively here. Obviously, the news of today, the big news, Chelsea can't seem to stay out the limelight at the moment, is Hakimi. Chelsea have bidded 60 million euros, which has matched PSG for Mr. Hakimi. Inter Milan are trying to hold out roughly around 80 million euros for the guy. There's talks about Chelsea potentially putting forward some players that Inter Milan are interested in. So you might see that Chelsea reduce it maybe slightly more or keep it the same plus a player. i.e. someone that's worth 20 million, maybe in Emerson, which would work. So Emerson plus 60 million euros and they get their target. I don't see why Chelsea wouldn't do that. I think Chelsea are in a better position. They're in a better position than what PSG are in terms of being able to land Hakimi. What is it that Chelsea offer more than PSG? Number one, we can offer them Premier League football. Premier League football is something that a lot of players across the world want to entertain, want to be a part of. One of the most challenging, challenging leagues in the world. They want to play for teams that win things. Chelsea are just on the back of a Champions League, which looks great. Any player that looks at Chelsea right now will think, hang on, they've got Thomas Tuchel, they've got some good players. They've just won a Champions League. They're obviously going places. And yes, PSG have got great players. But does he really want to go and play in the French League? Even though the French League has got better, it has, and I'm saying it has got better. You can either offer him PSG and Poch, which he would probably get starts. He would probably start in every game. Or he comes to Chelsea, has a little bit of competition. He has the opportunity to fight on all four fronts, four competitions. And the potential to be involved with a bundle of talented players as well. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot more going for Chelsea than there is for PSG. If I was Hakimi, I'd look at it and go, yeah, I might have to fight for it. So what? That's what I'm here to do. I'm a top quality player. I want to go and prove it on the biggest stage possible. And why not do it in English football? I want to know what your thoughts are, though, viewers. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Hakimi? Would you be interested in Hakimi? Would Hakimi be a good good player for Chelsea to sign? Would he fit in? Where do you play him? Something that I'm going to do with you guys soon. I don't think anyone else has done it on YouTube yet. Is I'm going to do a squad builder. We're going to go through some of the formations. I'm going to show you what we believe he will do if Hakimi comes. And then I'm going to show you what other formations I think we can do with Hakimi. Yeah, so you're going to see different things. People, let's try and get to 20 likes, please, people. There's 16 of you here. Let's try and do that massively. Daddy Roman splashing cast some players from different clubs, expecting them to gel. Does he not remember what happened last season? Josh, yes, please, mate, just stop. Hakimi would be a great signing. We need to get it done. And I agree, Rock. I think if you've got the opportunity to sign one of the best wing-backs in world football, and he wants to come to your football club, and he wants to compete on all levels, he wants to fight for his place, then let him come. Chelsea is a football club that you come to and you fight for your place. You don't come and automatically get your position. If he wants that, then he goes PSG. Because he goes PSG and he goes walking straight into that. I still think he'd start for Chelsea. And I think I will go through the formations with you. I will. I'm going to put the link in the chat as well so you guys can jump in. We can do it together. But I'm going to show you what I think we're going to do. Then I'm going to show you some different formations of how we can use Hakimi and where you can play him as well. And give you a real idea, a real understanding of what I think of it. Big up to Winter Surfer. He says, please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel or I will Hulk smash you. And he will, trust me. If not, he'll get his Captain America shield and smash it in your faces. I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking. Dan W. Hakimi right wing back and James right centre back. We will get to that. But yes, Dan. Yes, bro. 100%. I agree with that. And people go, I've seen Chelsea fans on socials today. It's pointless. Why would you sign Hakimi? Where is he going to play? What are you going to do with him? It's a waste of money. Why are we wasting money in positions that we don't need? No, there's logic to what we're doing here. What Chelsea are actually doing actually makes sense to me. It makes, a massive amount of sense of how we're doing this. Time out, Josh. I'm not going to time out, Josh. Adama Traore is better at beating a man, but other than that, Hakimi is better option. Yeah, but have you seen Hakimi for Inter Milan? The guy can take on a man. The guy's crossing is good. His assist levels are good. Yeah, he can defend. But I think the biggest thing with him is the break, is the counter, is when we catch him and we need our wing backs to be higher up the pitch to stretch the games, stretch the oppositions that we're up against. And that's what you'll get from Hakimi. He's pacey. He's good at holding the ball up. He's balanced on. He's balanced on the ball. He's good at playing one touch football with people. He just generally wants to play football. He just loves playing foot. He loves playing it with a quick tempo, and this is why I think he'll walk into the Premier League quite easily, and there will be no issues from his perspective. Because I think I know a lot of players find it hard to adapt and whatever, but I think he's used to the whole quickness of counters, not having time on the ball. At Dortmund, he was for me one of their best players. When he was there, and I find it quite weird that Real Madrid weren't interested in. Like when you look at Real Madrid's position right now, why would they not? Why would they not want a Hakimi? Hakimi and Ziyech, Moroccan minerals, and that might be part of the reason. That might be part of the reason when you think about it. Joshua says Hakimi's right wing back and Reece James right centre back. Yes, I agree. Given the circumstances that Tuchel plays 3-4-3, I can see Hakimi playing on the right wing back competing with Reece James, which is great. Both of them would get only better and better. And I agree. This is something Chelsea are doing for the future, people. This ain't like, don't get me wrong, you want them to come in and you want them to take off. But from what I've seen of Chelsea the last season and just a bit now going into this transfer window, we're signing young, talented players, not experienced, not players that have won things, players that have got, that are touted to be one of the best in Europe. Yeah. And we're bringing them in and we're combining them together. And what we're doing is we're trying to create, like I said on the terrace earlier, on the football terrace, big up to Terry. We're trying to create a monster. It's a monster that we're trying to create. We want to dominate European football. We want to dominate English football. We want to dominate every aspect of football. And by doing that, you have to have the best players for each position. And people go, "Oh, Chelsea are just buying their way as usual." No, it's not. You can't say that to us. You just can't use that on us anymore. It doesn't work. I think Roman doesn't deserve that criticism anymore. Roman's showing that he still has love for our football club by making these decisions, by giving that 60 million, 80 million to go and buy Hakimi, by offering 150 million for Haaland, potentially could be more, on top of his wages, which is, I think, $500,000. I can't remember what it is, but it was Saint Stupid that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, this is serious money. And Roman King continuously still to this day is still backing us, still throwing that money. Yeah, it doesn't matter who we're bringing in, providing they're top quality players. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he's showing that we can still compete at the highest level and we can still attract the best players in the world. For it would be the dream signing. Again, another player that could come. People, before we move forward, please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Yeah, let's try and get to 1,300 subscribers. And please share on your socials. Let's get you sharing. Let's try and build up an audience. Let's try and let everyone know that we are live. We are live. The link will be in very, very soon. He can play left wing back as well, Grey Wolfson. I agree, he can. I really do agree with that. We need Hakimi for the long term, plus Aspi's near it. And I agree, Sean. Something I've been saying all day. We've got to look at the long term picture here. Exactly. He can cover on the left. He scores with his left. He can cut it inside from either side. Perfect signings, what Dan W says. And I agree, bro. I really do. Just imagine Hakimi, Kai Mount, Kante, Haaland, and all on the counter. You can even throw Werner in there. Can you imagine his pace with them as well? I know people don't like Werner that much. I've still got a bit of faith in him. Big up to Andrew Murphy as well. Haaland isn't going to Chelsea. He's coming to the Arsenal. Dream on. Only in your dreams, bro. Dembele to Chelsea? Is that happening? Is that even happening? Is that even news? Werner, Pulisic, Hakimi, Haaland, and Kai. Madness. Absolute madness. Please, Chelsea, sign Verratti as well. Can you imagine if we get Verratti? Can you imagine if we sign Haaland? And can you imagine if we sign Hakimi? Can you imagine if we sign all three of them on top of what we have now? I said it already. I honestly think we can win leagues with that. And that's me saying it. I'm very reserved usually. But you're bringing in what I deem as is individuals that are the best in their positions. Do you get what I mean? Or out there with the world's best in their positions. Haaland's up there, one of the best in his position by far. Hakimi, don't think there's a better right wing back than him. Or he's up there. He's great. Verratti, baller, world class, an upgrade on Jorginho. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? I don't know. Someone just say it's an upgrade on Jorginho. Nah, he's, you know. I'm joking, guys. Before you start all going mad in there. Haaland, Havertz, Werner, Hakimi, Ziyech, Pulisic, recipe for success. I agree. I actually agree. Oh, I ain't even bringing up Josh's comments. I really ain't. But anyway, moving on to things. There's also talks about this whole Hakimi deal going through, and then a possible move for Livramento out of the football club, which again doesn't surprise me. Academy players coming in and then being chucked out. Aston Villa are one of the clubs looking at the highly rated 18-year-old. So bear in mind, if Chelsea sign Hakimi, the likes of the Academy, Livramento, for example, he could be potentially forced out the door. You know, where does he fit in? Could he cover for Chilwell? Could Hakimi cover for Chilwell? Could Hakimi play on the left and Reece James still play on the right? Could Chilwell be dropped? I don't know. It's really going to be interesting. It really, really, really is. People, let's smash that like button. Let's try and get to 30 likes as quickly as possible. I think we're only on 15. So come on, let's try and get up to 30 likes, please, as always. Still, just some other news quickly before we go on to the FIFA thing, the FIFA squad builder. Adama Traore apparently still a target for Chelsea. You know, Tuchel's still interested in is still entertaining the idea of Adama Traore, which is unusual, because if we've bidded for Hakimi, what do you do with Traore? Where is he playing? Where does he fit in? Hakimi's just about makes top 5 right backs. He's better than James, but ain't better than Trent, Walker, Wan-Bissaka, and Trippier. You need to go and watch Hakimi, man. You just need to go and watch Hakimi. He's better than Trent. He's better than Walker. He's better than Bissaka for sure. I don't know why Bissaka's even in there. Trippier as well. I think he's too good, man. It's his opinion. Like he said, it is his opinion. Jim, do you think Tuchel is going to loan out next season as Scottish? Yeah. Again, it just depends who comes in, Andre. It depends who comes in, because if a Verratti comes in, where does Billy Gilmour fit in his team? Where does he get in? He doesn't get in. Billy Gilmour does not get in his team with a Verratti, Kante, Kovacic. Would we keep him and maybe rotate him, play him in the smaller games? Potentially, is an option. Do you still think PSG will sell Verratti? I don't know. The answer is, I've heard a lot of talk that they're trying to bring in players. And because they're having to bring in players, they're actually entertaining the idea of actually selling or offloading certain individuals. I know Verratti is one of their top players, but if the price is right and he's not valued that much, then there might be a good chance that Chelsea might go in for that. So just keep an eye out for that as well. 25 of you here, please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. The link will be in the chat soon. I'll make sure we do that. Fair enough. Gilmour isn't ready to play for us regularly. And I agree, Grey Wilson. I do agree. Never meant OAW. Oh, Ads is getting it, as they say. Ads is getting it. Right, I'm going to share something with you guys quickly, and then I'm going to share the link, and then we're going to get you in. I want to go through some formations with you guys. I want to go through some different style formation with you guys, right? So I want to quickly build up what I think we would probably do if Hakimi comes in, right? So, actually, 1 second. This is not right. Why is it on that? I didn't pick you. I didn't pick you. That's it. That looks better. Right. So, man like Mendy has to be in goal, right? So I'll try and speed it up a bit for you guys here. So this is what I would do, right? I would go, people are going to say, why, when you've got Aspie still? I'm showing you what the future of Chelsea is. This is what I believe is what's going through the board's mind, Tuchel's mind. This is what I think their plan is moving forward. I think Tuchel sees Reece James. I think he sees Reece James as a possible right centre-back. I mean, he's performed very well in that position. Yes, he does need to work on his passing, his positioning, but that all comes with time. Is he good enough to play there? Do we lose anything from him playing there? Potentially. You could argue he's crossing, but he could do that from a deeper place. You know, he could still pick balls over the top from where he is. He could still support Hakimi if he's on the right. Do you know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. People need to understand that Aspie's not going to be around anymore as much. And the other thing that Tuchel loves doing as well is he loves to rotate. You won't see this each and every week. He likes keeping players on their toes. He likes bringing and keeping the squad fresh. He likes having a fresh squad. You know, Rudiger. Where's Rudiger? These adverts are so annoying. I can't even stop them. So look, this is what I think. Right, this is going into next season. Silva, Rudiger, Reece James, and then in the middle, I'm going to say obviously the one and only Ballon d'Or himself, N'Golo Kante. Yeah. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to spice it up a bit. I am going to spice it up a bit, but why aren't Verratti? Why aren't they finding Verratti? Yeah. Right. There we go. All right. Look at that. All right. And then we're going to throw Chili B in there. This is what I think the future is. And I can remove Verratti and put Jorginho in, all right, because there's not too much talk about him at the moment. But this is supposedly what he might be thinking. If he's to get all his transfer signings, how he wants them, where he wants them, there's also still talks about Lukaku as well, yeah. So people don't think that it's just Haaland that Chelsea are going for, because if it doesn't work with Haaland, then there's also the talks of Lukaku as well. So, right, money. Let's get money in there, money. So look, that there is. Let me go back a bit. If that works. There we go. That there is what I think happens if we get all of our signings. If we manage to sign every individual that we need to sign, Verratti, Haaland, and Hakimi. Now, there is a shout that, I would say drop Mason Mount, but you could rotate them two. You could have a Werner, Haaland, Havertz, Werner, Haaland, Mount, Pulisic, Havertz, Haaland. Like, do you see how much options Chelsea have with their front three? And this is why I keep saying to you, yes, we have a problem in that area. We do have a problem in that area. But it's a good problem to have, because if Werner has a stinker, he can bring Pulisic on. If Pulisic has a stinker, he can bring Ziyech on. He can rotate. They could all play good one week, and then next week he could give Ziyech a chance and bench Pulisic, who scored 3 goals. Like, what I'm trying to get at is that Tuchel will rotate. Yes, you might see Haaland playing up there all the time, but what you also can do with that is what we've seen just the season gone. If Haaland's played too many games, you want to give him a rest, stick him on the bench, you throw on a Havertz. Havertz plays as the false 9. You bring in Timo Werner as a left centre, a left striker, and you play a Mason Mount. So you can always switch back to what we know, which was last season. Yes, people might say, yeah, but we might need goals and blah, blah, blah. But my point is this: there's the option to rotate. We'll be able to rotate. People, please get us to 40 likes. There's nearly 35 of you here right now, which I didn't even know. So this is how Hakimi can be used. Yeah, this is where he can play. We can take Verratti out now, because that's an if and a but. There's no real news of that, real confirmed news. So I'll throw in Jorginho in there, all right, just to please all you Jorginho lovers that are still here. What else could Chelsea potentially do with that formation? What is it that we think that they can do? Come on, people, let's get to 30 likes, please. There's 34 of you here right now, so let's try and do that. We're not even at 20 likes yet, so please help us get them up. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. The other thing that Chelsea can do, the other thing that Chelsea can potentially do is they could potentially go, not for a 4-1, they could go for a 4-2-3-1, right? And what that does is, what's that? I wanted a 4. Why is that not like a 4-2 with a 3 in front and a 1? It's a bit weird, isn't it? That's more of a 4-3. It's a bit of a weird 4-2-3-1, isn't it? That is a weird 4-2-3-1. Even that's weird. That mapped up my idea to what I was about to show you guys now, which is annoying. I can't play a diamond. Where was it now? Now I've got to try and find it. Oh, that's annoying. I was trying to show you a 4-2-3-1, which is what I wanted to show you. So, let's go to a 4-2-3-1. Let's go to a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing that. But anyway, guys, let me just try and explain it properly. Prime's with us as well. So, the 4-2-3-1 I would have had, not based on what we're looking at now, would have been obviously Kante and Jorginho next to each other, 3 in front of them, and then a striker up front. So what I would have done is I would have put obviously Haaland up front. Yeah. So let's just quickly remove somebody because this has gone everywhere now. So you could play I think Reece James would be okay, but you could also play. It's an option. I know people don't want to see him there, but you could see him do that as well. And then I would play Mount. He played Mount, Werner. So you can get a Werner in there as well. You can put a Havertz in there, so everyone's happy with the Havertz, yeah. And then you can put a Haaland up front. Obviously, just bear in mind, people, that I would have Jorginho and Kante closer, yeah, just because this FIFA thing's a bit mucked up. But you could easily get away with a 4-2-3-1, which involves Jorginho and I can move it. Oh, no, I can't. Try to move it. Like them sitting there. Actually, no, I can't. Oh shit, Jorginho's
what is it supposed to be?
A 4-2-3-1, but when I click 4-2-3-1, look up here, it's gone like that. I don't know what their 4-2-3-1 is. That's a weird 4-2-3-1. Basically, the 4 with these 2 sitting in the middle, 3 up next to it in the line, and Haaland basically up front. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show people the different formations of how we can use Hakimi. So, you know, I've done the usual one with him playing as a right wing back, but also I want to show that we can do a 4-2-3-1 as well. So. There's that option.
Yeah, he's not. He's a wing back more than anything else. Defensively, I mean, he's probably young, so he can improve defensively. But I don't know. He can be susceptible. But then again, it's maybe because of the fact that he's played in Bundesliga for about 2 years, and also in the Serie A. So maybe there's that, but yeah, he can be susceptible a bit defensively, but he's brilliant going forward, and he's an upgrade on James. But people saying this will stunt James or force him out or whatever. I don't think it should be that. This should be, if you're a top player, you shouldn't be afraid of another top player coming in, even in your own position. You should take that as a challenge and rise to it.
But the thing is, I've said to people already as well. I think Hakimi coming in is Chelsea thinking of the long run. I think you might see this a lot more, Reece James, because that's be as great as he is. He is getting older, and he might start getting rotated. You know, so this I think could possibly be the future. I think Tuchel sees James as a right centre back, based upon him playing there, especially at the latter end of the season. So I think that's an option. Obviously, Werner would switch with Haaland as well, obviously. But what was your thoughts on Hakimi? Are you happy that Chelsea are even looking at him?
Yes, very much so. Again, he's an upgrade in that position. He's the best fullback, wingback in the world the past few years. People love to talk about Trent. He's just as good. In my opinion, he's better. We saw the last few games, James has been playing right centre back, so that's something that can be explored. And it's also so maybe that comes in and it's a ready-made replacement for Azpilicueta, which is a good thing. Something at Chelsea that we do is we replace players at the right time, or at
Yeah.
least we try to anyway. So I think it can only be a good thing. It's understandable that we're in for Hakimi, but it's also a bit weird. I remember a few months back, Will said that we would probably be linked with Hakimi, or we'll probably get him, but there was no real serious noise.
Yeah.
And then we were linked with him, but then again, we've also been linked with Marquinhos and Verratti, which makes sense because they're both three of them are former Tuchel players.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's a serious interest now, we could actually get him. It would be amazing. This window looks like it could be very great for us. Hakimi, Haaland, maybe a Verratti, or Varane or whoever may be. Seems like it'd be a very great window, and we're building on success, not just for the now, but for the future.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. People, the link will be in the chat very, very soon. There's still 30 of you here, 35 of you here. Please smash that like button. If you're new to GNA TV, please subscribe as well. Let's try and get to 30 likes. The link will be in the chat. I want your views on the potential sign of Hakimi. Are you happy? Are you not happy? How do you feel about it? Yeah, that'll be with you guys in the next 5 minutes. So please make sure that we get up to 30 likes, please. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And obviously, there's talks about Haaland. I know you're not a massive Haaland lover, Prime, but would you be happy seeing?
No, people think I do rate Haaland. He's, again, like I said, he is one of the best strikers in the world. I would just preferably want Kane because he's more complete. But yeah, Haaland coming in would. All right. People say the chances Werner has had, Haaland would score them, and yes, partly because Haaland's a better finisher, but something with Chelsea is we don't always the past season or the past 2 seasons we hadn't always created elite level chances. So you can kind of play football in a few ways. You can create, say, 15, 20 chances a game, but you're going to score at least 4 of them or 3 of them. So you'll end up winning. Hopefully you end up winning the game. Or you can, say, create 1 or 2 chances per game, like how Mourinho does in big games. But you take those chances when they come to you and you be clinical. We don't do either, per se. Like, Werner's been wasteful, and I know that, but so is Mount at times this season, and Havertz and the rest. And we shouldn't be relying on one player. Like, Haaland comes in and he can get us 30 goals a season or 20, whatever, 30 goals a season. But he's going to take time to settle in. And in his first season in the Premier League, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if he struggles. And I don't want it to be a thing of people are complaining and moaning and trying to scapegoat Haaland when he shouldn't be the only person we rely to for goals. I expect Werner to get 15 to 20 next season. Mount's goals have to step up drastically next season as well, as does Havertz. We shouldn't just be relying on one player, because once that player is taken out of a game or they're out injured, like for example Spurs with Kane, there's no goals. Look at United with Bruno or Rashford. They don't really have a source of goals. It's not a good thing to be over reliant on just one player, even though Haaland is the elite.
Yeah, I do hear that. We've got Grey Wolf's dinner with us as well. What's happening, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Being a Chelsea fan is just wonderful at the moment. Like, you're seeing your rivals in the dust, and we're just moving up. It's how it should be. We're the best team in London by a country mile.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Hakimi coming to Chelsea, and obviously Haaland as well? Like, are you impressed with the option of being able to get someone like Hakimi? Or
yeah, Matt, it's perfect cover because Hakimi, he can also play left wing back as well. So if we get rid of Emerson and Alonso, then we've got our backup sorted. Because Hakimi can just shift to the left. And this I hate this whole narrative. Oh, what's going to happen to Livramento? Like, we're Chelsea Football Club. We're aiming to be the best team on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, you need the best players possible. If Livramento really is that good, he will get there.
Exactly.
But he may have to go out on loan. loan.
Exactly. Look at
Good, he won't get there. Exactly. He may have to go out on loan.
exactly. Look at
Good, he won't get there.
Someone got feedback.
Yeah, got feedback. You got
Might be
feedback.
Tata.
sorry. But yeah, look for again, when Chelsea fans moan, for example, Callum, right? Something I keep talking about is Phil Foden. He's been in that City squad for 2-3 seasons, as you can tell by the trophy haul he already has. And Pep hasn't thrown him in; he's bedded him. Foden has learned this and mastered this freakish City system. And because I've heard yours was meant to be last year. I heard at the start of last season pundits saying, "Oh, Foden should go out on loan to Crystal Palace or something, just so he can get minutes, so that he can be in that England squad because he's such an amazing talent."
Mm-hmm.
Pep nurtured him. He got the occasional minutes, like in the Carabao Cup and stuff like that. Now this season, even though he hasn't played every single game, I think he's played like 12 starts or something in the Prem. But the game time he has had, he's taken it. He's ran away with it, and he looks like he'll be a mainstay in that City side for years to come. Why can't the same thing be done with Gilmore or Callum or Livramento or whoever? If these players are truly good enough, like I keep saying, it doesn't matter who comes in, they'll learn from them. Foden learned from De Bruyne and David Silva. I expect Gilmore to learn from Kante and Jorginho, or if we bring in Verratti or whoever. I expect Livramento to learn from someone like Hakimi or Aspilicueta. I expect, if we bring in another kind of creative forward in that area, I expect Mount to learn from them and try and be better and force them out of the team. And if they can't, then they can gladly leave Chelsea because they're not good enough.
Well, look, this is the thing I would say about it, right? Obviously, we like Gray Wilson said, we are Chelsea Football Club. If you come to Chelsea Football Club, you fight for your position. End of it. So the way I see it with Hakimi is this: you either go to PSG and you walk into that team, or you come to Chelsea, you get Premier League football, you're playing for the European champions. You fight for your place. And at the end of the day, I actually think he will probably play. I don't think you spend 60 million on a player like Hakimi and he just sits on the bench. I think Chelsea are looking at it from a long-term sort of aspect. They're thinking about, if there's a player that's probably one of the best in the world in that position and he's available, then you go for him. Yeah, you go for him for the sort of long-term process, the long-term idea. And I think that's what we're doing. And I think with Aspie, as great as he is, and I do love Aspie, and I think he's still a great servant of this club, he is getting older every year, so I am expecting him to not play as much. And the other thing is Tuchel likes to rotate. Tuchel does like to rotate his players. Last season when he came in, can you remember Chelsea playing the same front line or even the same midfield in a row, like 3 times in a row? I don't think they did. They continuously keep switching it. And I think that's good because, number one, it keeps them on their toes. Yeah, it keeps them on their toes. It keeps them hungry. Yeah, so they all still feel like they're involved. They all still feel like they've got this competition, and number two, it keeps us firing on all cylinders as well in terms of being able to challenge in that. And I don't know, Winter Surfer, what's your thoughts on the Hakimi deal? Because a lot of Chelsea fans are sort of up and down. But I think it's a good move. But
I think it's a great move. I think what points already covered. It's about a squad game. It's about rotation. It's about, as you say, Aspilicueta is not getting any younger. Reece James can play right centre back. Hakimi can also cover left wing back or left back as well. I also think if we get him, Jem, I don't think we're getting a centre back. If we get him, because I think because you can slot Reece James at right centre back, you're going to play Aspilicueta there as well. You've got Christensen, Rudiger, and I think we'll keep Zuma. Yeah, and you got Thiago. We can rest Thiago Silva. I also want to go on. Listen, having youth products in the team is great. But let's get it right. The bulk of this Chelsea fans have only started caring about the youth team since Frank Lampard came in. Yeah, sure. They weren't in for the. Oh, they've got to have 2 or 3. Have got to be in. It was always which superstar we're going to try and buy next.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I mean, just because we had the transfer ban and Frank promoted a few youth products, they've done well. Now we are actually. This is an aberration of having 3 or 4 at the same time. You usually get maybe 1 or 2 every 5 to 7 years, something like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a bulk like we have here, and we don't know how good they're going to be. Reece James and Mount have proved themselves. Hudson-Odoi less so, and Billy Gilmore less so. But I agree with Prime. I don't want Gilmore going out or Livramento going out. I'd rather them stay here and learn, because that's what Phil Foden did. I don't want them going out learning a different manager's philosophy and everything like that, because it might not be the same as ours. But Hakimi, listen, if Hakimi's up there, you grab him. You just get him. So you just get him. It's like Haaland. You don't pass on him. You just don't pass on him. You just don't do it.
Yeah, not when you're trying to attract the best players in their positions, and that's what we're doing right now. They're probably one of the best or the best.
He's the best right wing back. I think he's the best right wing back.
I think he is. He's better than Trent, isn't he? So let's be serious.
Well, listen, there's a debate, but he's done well in Germany. He's just won the title in Italy. So he's only 22 and he's that experienced already. So,
and the thing is, if James is better than him, if all these youth lovers, if James is better than him and Livramento they're better than them, then in the next few years we'll see. And if you guys are proven right, that only works in Chelsea's favour because we're winning. So it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, Velv's not having it. He's not happy. He's not happy. Why would you say? What would you say on Tammy Abraham? Should we loan or sell? Sell.
Sell. Yes,
does anyone? My honest opinions. People know I don't rate Tammy as first choice, but backup strikers are very hard to come by in this modern day. And if Tammy's willing to stay to be third choice, so to play in cup games and in lower league Premier League sides, then yes. However, that means he has to stay and he has to fight and he has to adapt his game, because as we've seen thus far, his style of play does not match Tuchel's style of play.
No.
Fair enough. I don't think Tuchel doesn't fancy him.
I think Tuchel doesn't fancy him. He left him out of the final squad. I mean, he would.
In theory, he'd make a great third choice, but I don't think he wants to play football, and I don't think Tuchel fancies him. So
that's fine. But Batshuayi might get minutes next season.
Well, that's why he's going.
I like Batshuayi.
I know you do, Prime, but even that's more of a helpless cause. You can't help him with that one.
I'll die on this Batshuayi hill.
Well, you'll be very lonely.
He's a better Tammy Abraham. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Thank you.
That's it. Hakimi, what are you saying?
I think he can be only really play as a right wing back, even though he's a bit questionable at times in defensive wise. But I think it'll be a huge upgrade, because I would think you can put Reece James as a right centre back, and I feel like Reece James plays so much better as a right centre back. And in terms of Aspie is still getting old. And we could see Aspie getting some more games, but Hakimi will provide the lack of skill at the right wing back. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hear that. And one thing that Hakimi is very good at doing is his distribution. It's being able to play on counters. It's being able to link up and get higher up the pitch. I think he gives us a real threat. I think he gives us more of a threat than Reece James.
Not only that, though, it's also it's almost as good as Ben Chilwell, which give us the option to rotate Chilwell whenever we need it, in terms of, in case of the injury. And it'll give us the luxury of not losing any qualities at wing backs.
Just no to Adama Traore, please. Just no to Adama
Traore. I think he's second choice. I think he's second choice. I think if we don't get
Chelsea
Hakimi,
rugby team.
Hang on, if we don't get
rugby team, no problem.
Chelsea's budget for baby oil would just skyrocket,
Yeah, exactly.
You don't write him off. If we don't get Hakimi, we're getting Traore, I think.
Yeah, we're getting the baby oil one.
I think he's second choice.
Well, the talks are that Tuchel's still interested in Adama Traore. I don't know how he fits the whole bill if we get Hakimi. I don't know where he gets.
Well, I don't think we get Traore if we get Hakimi.
I don't either. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think we need. I'd rather have Hakimi over Traore anyway. I think it's. much more to him. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hakimi, what are you saying?
All I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say something quick about that Lewin or Livamento, how you pronounce his name, right? We've had hyped up academy players before. Where's this energy for Lewis Baker? Where's this energy for Big Gehi, whatever his name is? Where's this energy for Boga when we had him? And who else is there? Broja as well.
Sam, where's the energy?
You know what?
Jesus Christ.
Boga.
Where's the energy for those who want Rice, but it will stop Billy Gilmore's progression?
Exactly. And isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong. Hasn't Musonda recovered from his injury as well? Where's that energy as well?
Yeah. Where's the energy for Tammy over Holland? Come on, guys.
Keep the consistency.
No, you're going
Where's the
too
energy
far.
for? Where's the energy for Lampard over Tuchel?
All I'm gonna do.
Ungrateful. They want every player in the transfer market. Sorry, we got.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
We
do.
can do it in only one. We're in Europe.
We're not ungrateful. We just have high
something?
standards. We just have high
Let's say
standards.
Just a Liverpool fan, isn't it?
I've said it all over my tweets, right? Look at Prime Barcelona. Look at the squad they had. Look at the squad they had, and they won everything. Look at some of the greatest teams that have ever walked the pitch. They've all won everything. Bayern Munich. I know the squad is all that, but Bayern Munich have won everything. They had world-class players in every position. Barcelona as well. Some of the United's treble winners, some of their players were immense quality as well. If you want Chelsea to win Champions League and Premier League in the same season, they'd be even treble.
You're supposed to build. You're supposed to build on winning things. When you
but he's a Liverpool fan. He will understand that. Also, you know what I find funny?
I'm also saying it to the youth sexuals as well, man, or the academy sexuals, producing world class generational talents only come in your academy once every 10 years, 5 years. We're lucky to have 2-3 good players come out once.
That's true. What do you think about what James has said here as well? Haaland, he'd rather have Kane rather than Haaland.
Yes.
Yes, I agree, but Levi ain't selling it. I take
and Jem, Kane is. Again, Kane suit. In my opinion, I think Kane does suit us more. My only thing with Haaland is that we know Roman always. Well, no, not even that, because he's young, he'll improve. Lukaku's Lincoln play wasn't great at that age either. My thing is, Roman always wants to buy generational talents. I don't know if this is Roman that wants to sign him or Tuchel. If this is what Tuchel wants, then fine, I'm all for it. But if this is mainly just Roman...
Tuchel wants Haaland. Apparently when he signed the contract, one of the things he said is number 9, and then when they asked him, he said Haaland. But Abramovich wants Haaland
cool.
as well. So
Abramovich is talking to both Haaland and Lukaku, seeing what situation is which. He's just seeing out. Because most of these big transfers, Abramovich has the last say.
No. Again, I know. My thing is, because as long as Roman's been at Chelsea, he's always wanted to sign these elite generational players. He wanted Ronaldinho. He wanted Roberto Carlos. We signed Hazard that everyone was chasing. He wanted Neymar. We bought Havertz that everyone wanted. I don't know if this is what. If I know, obviously Roman wants Haaland. Who doesn't want Haaland? But if this is Tuchel's first choice, it's basically what I'm saying. If this is not what Tuchel wants,
Tuchel wanted Haaland.
All right, cool. Then that's fine. Then whatever, fine. Then I won't speak about it anymore. But that's my thing is back this manager 100%, no matter who he wants.
I think it's literally just down to Roman. It's down to Roman.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying if he wants him, all he has to do is bid the amount of money that Dortmund want for him. That's all he has to do.
And don't forget, these are the same reports that said Roman doesn't care about how much it costs. He's just going to get him.
Good.
So,
well, my question to you would be this: Haaland or Kane, if they're both free, who would you want?
Haaland.
Realistically, if it was possible to, let's say if Levi would sell to us Kane, because of instant success. Chelsea demand the instant
I would
success.
probably say Haaland, but
It's Haaland.
I understand your point, Jem, but our fan base don't have patience. Same with our board.
that's true. That's
Let-
true. What would
And
you
then,
say?
you guys know what happens with politics with the Chelsea board. If Haaland ain't getting his minutes because of bad performances and stuff,
You don't say no to a world class player, so
I mean,
Kane.
Slens,
politics
What-
will get involved, man.
what
Kane
would you say, bro?
goals.
What, Haaland or Kane?
Yeah.
If
Bro, listen, I'm giving Kane private speech lessons, bro, and I'm signing him for Chelsea, bro. You mad? I'm taking Kane over Haaland any day,
Kane.
man. Any day.
Mhm.
Kane is incredible, man.
Kane's guarantee you 30, 40 goals a season.
Kane
For
can do
all
two jobs.
Haaland can't do that.
I think
Well-
Kane can. Sorry, Hassan. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say with the whole like the same people that are saying, oh, Bundesliga tax and all this lot are the same people that say getting Haaland, who's from the Bundesliga. Like, I don't get their logic, but like if he doesn't hit the ground running, price tag, memes, social media, everyone's gonna go for Haaland's mistakes. Whereas Kane, you guys know, like it might take 1 or 2 games to adjust, but you know, like once he starts going, goals are gonna start popping off with
Nah,
Kane.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You don't pass up a generational talent.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just-
Kane is world class.
There
I
you go.
understand your point. I
don't
understand
care
your point.
I don't care if Kane's world class.
Andrew, I
Do
understand
you
your
not
point.
think?
Oh,
Do you
Andrew,
not think
can't-
Kane's? Do you not think Kane's a generational talent?
No.
Fair enough.
He's not a generational talent, though. He's right, Winter, sir.
Look, but can I ask you a question though?
Right.
If he does
Haaland's
end
a
up
generational
being
talent. You know, you're going to say,
Andrew, if he it does end up
What?
being the top scorer in the Premier League, right? And
Mm.
obviously he breaks those records. Is he a generational player?
Yes. Go on, Andrew. You have to admit it.
I don't know. I don't know if he's a generational player.
Yes,
Did you say
Lambs.
Aguero's a generational
Just
player?
come in if you're here.
I'm fine with
Aguero,
either,
yeah,
though.
of course he is,
I'm not
of course he is,
fussy.
of course he is, yeah.
Yes, because
What-
Andrew, like, let's be real. Like, if he broke them records, I would put him above Aguero. Like, he's above Aguero
And
in terms of our strikers.
you say our club would give him time. He's coming from Spurs.
Doesn't need
Yeah.
time.
No, but Hassan said our fans would give him time. They wouldn't give him time.
No, I
They would
wouldn't say
not
that.
give him time.
I'm saying if Haaland came in, would the fans have the patience
Yeah, they would
like
do.
for a few games?
I
don't
think they
know.
would.
I just think this kid's
I'm sorry,
mentality.
guys. His
This
feet's
is-
Wait,
too
so
high.
you're telling me that our fan base are going to turn around and go,
Bro,
"Hey,
they're
he has a
gonna
couple
go
bad
for him
games."
because of his
Can I just-
price tag.
One second.
I want to remind
He has,
you.
he has a couple of bad games, and then all of a sudden you think our fan base are going to be like, he's shit. Why did we sign him?
Oh,
He's rough.
Jem,
You can't
Jem,
even
you
say
do-
that.
Our fans are chanting
you-
one his name.
Hassan, 1 second, because
Yeah,
I just think for me the way I see it is if he's being bought for 130, 140, should we expect him to have time? I think if you're buying someone for that much money, I want him to start firing right away. I think it's a fair ask.
Yeah,
as
I
a Chelsea
agree.
fan.
Yeah, I agree
He's
with
got to
that.
hit it.
Jem,
For me, he's
hold
got
on.
to hit it. I agree with that. He's got to hit it.
To answer
Yeah, right.
what you said, Jem, okay, first, the two examples, you look at Havertz and Werner, because they didn't hit the ground running immediately, people looked at the price tags and everything.
Yep.
But the fact is, I can say the vast majority of our fan base haven't watched Havertz and Werner for the past few years. So the whole thing of they're just going based purely off stats. But with Haaland, people have been looking at him, particularly in the Champions League, and how amazing he's been. So I think if he starts off a little bit rocky, they will give him a bit of that leeway. Whether they should or not, it's different because of the price tag. But they probably will give him that leeway because it's like, oh, it's Haaland. Look at what he's done. He's great. Just give him the first few games. Give him the first few games.
Is he not the second best youngster in world football at the moment, behind Mbappe?
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Yeah. Plus,
Was
have you
Havertz
heard this
Werner?
kid the way he speaks? He's like a
Was
young
Havertz and Werner
Ibrahimovic.
second
man.
best footballers
He's
in
like a young
Hey, Andrew, that's
Ibrahimovic.
not fair. Kane can't speak. That's not fair on him. Come
No,
on.
not
bro.
Kane. Yeah, Haaland. He reminds you of young
To be honest,
Ibrahimovic.
Phil
He
Foden
just doesn't
is
care.
up
Wait,
there.
Darren, what
Phil
you saying?
He
Foden's
just
up there.
doesn't care. He just doesn't care.
Big up
He's
to
a
Lambs
beast.
as well. That's just put in a donation. Thank you, Lambs, as always. Hakimi, generational talent is what she is saying there. I want to stay on Hakimi because this is what we're talking about at the moment. Obviously, Slens, what's your thoughts on the potential signing of Hakimi? Is it shocked you in any ways, or do you understand it?
I think it shocked the whole fan base because I don't think people expected us to sign him. We weren't really linked with him heavily. But listen, one of the best wing backs in today's game. People say wing back is a specialist position. I don't care. We play with wing backs. He's one of the best wing backs. You bring him in because you know why? He would transform our game. This guy is someone. He's literally a myth. Like there is. I don't think there's a wing back that offers what he does. The way he goes, the relentless approach that he takes in the game is incredible because he keeps bombing forwards and backwards, bro. His speed, his chance creation, even the way he finishes chances better than our strikers. Honestly, the movement that he has for the finishing and chances is better than our strikers. I think people that are talking about Livramento, bro, I'm gonna ignore that. I don't want to say too much, but it's absolute bollocks. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry,
Bro,
Livramento, 15 years old, but fair enough. We'll give him time to develop somewhere else, man.
It's bollards.
But for me, it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. I'm not worried about Reece as well because Reece can play right centre back, or they can interchange. Competition is always healthy, anyways. So
I agree.
Yeah,
that's one thing that you said there that I've been saying all day to people, whether it's on Twitter. I was with Terry earlier as well, and I was at the Football Terrace was talking about it as well. And like Chelsea are a club where if you come to us, you have to expect to actually play for your position. You don't come to Chelsea and walk straight in. Do you know what I mean? Like every player should have a bit of competition. It keeps them on their toes. It's a good thing to have. People go, why are we signing a player for like Hakimi when we've got Reece James? Does that mean Reece James is getting sold or is he going to be bent? No, it fucking don't.
John, does anyone ask that question of Man City when they sign players? No one asks them that question.
No one does.
Are we worried about Havertz? Are we worried about
you're
Pulisic
right.
if we sign Haaland?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Nobody asks the questions in attack. They only ask it.
Definitely not worried about Pulisic. Definitely not worried
It's
about
weird.
Pulisic.
They only ask it in defence but not attack. That's weird.
Hakimi would end up with more goals than Werner, is what Andre says here as well, which is
And we'll win the league.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We'll win the league.
Yeah, we'll win the league with Werner scoring 2 goals.
All I'm going to say, right? If potentially based on the rumors are true, if we get a Haaland, Hakimi, and a Verratti, in the words of Monster, pray for the rivals.
Verratti.
I've said it already. If you get Verratti, if you get a Hakimi and you get an Haaland, we have to go and win. I can't defend that and say we can't.
By the way, Verratti is that Jorginho massive upgrade that you want?
Yes,
No,
he is.
he's like a Jorginho cross the country, man.
Dribble.
If we get Verratti, I'm personally driving Jorginho back to Italy.
Yes, come on. So Lamb might hear that when he comes on as well very soon. But Darren, Darren, what you saying, bro? How you been, man? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Obviously in high hopes with all this transfer talk for Chelsea. It's just looking good.
It's good
as
to be a
always.
Chelsea
Probably
fan at the
one of
moment,
my
isn't
best.
it, bro?
All I'm going to say, right, the days of being linked to Andy Carroll is gone.
Literally, yeah, literally.
Oh,
Darren, what's your
Ashley
thoughts on Hakimi, bro?
On Hakimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Slen said, it's a big surprise. I would not have guessed that before, like, finishing the season. I've seen the player since, obviously, Real Madrid, on loan to Dortmund as well. When he played with Haaland the season before, I remember I was watching them for Haaland and Sancho just to see how they play. And this guy was getting on the end of chances, creating chances, causing havoc on that wing. And he's a top player, man. I'm surprised Real Madrid let him go the way they have, because he's young as well. When I see him play and I see his age, I'm just like, wait, he's that young? Because he plays like a senior player. And these youngsters that play like that, you don't let them go. Like Mason Mount is an example showing when you play like a senior player when you're that young, that is a big thing. Hakimi's been doing it at top level for the past couple seasons, and I think he's winning stuff everywhere he's going from the looks of it. Won a bit with obviously Inter Milan. I say we just snatch him. He's gonna improve us like dramatically. Like honestly, even the whole Sancho links that we had before.
Yeah.
That can just.
Facts.
I don't care
I don't care anymore. Yeah, I'm saying
60 million. Take
Yeah.
Sancho can
There,
go
there,
anywhere,
do you know what we're missing, by the way? You know,
Hakimi, he's quality.
people don't realize that you know whoever's on the right will benefit so much from having Hakimi behind them because he occupies defenders himself, and then he opens up space for you, and opens up attacks for us. It makes even chance creation makes it a lot easier. Bro. Like, this guy is a hack. Yeah, he's a hack. He's not normal, man. He's not normal.
I agree, and I keep saying
And you know, like
need to
throughout
strengthen.
the season,
Is that
Nope.
what happened? If you've got the opportunity to strengthen in areas that make you even stronger, allows you to compete on all levels, and because you've got to bear this in mind as well. Tuchel rotates. I keep saying this to people. People go, "Oh, Chelsea don't keep the same 11. We're always forever switching and trying to match." And do you know what I mean? Tuchel keeps doing that, and I like that he can do that, and I like the fact that he can get each player to play at that level.
And people forget that Tuchel's the same manager.
One at a time.
Title. If you're trying to compete for Premier League title, you need consistency throughout the season, right? You need to account for the fact that certain players will get injured, and you need good enough players to come in and rotate in those positions as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't want us.
Lance.
I don't want us playing strong teams in the League Cup or the FA Cup. I want to focus on the Premier League, the World Club, and trying to retain the Champions League.
And
I'll
just
sacrifice the 2 domestic cups. I'll sacrifice the 2 domestic cups.
Yeah, for the club.
We got to win the lot. I want to win the lot. I want
No,
the,
but
I
what I
want
mean
the
is
quad.
we don't have to play the strongest. We don't have to play our strongest teams in those. So,
Darren came upside down, bro. What's going on?
I hear that. I looked at Darren come up and he was down. I was like, is he standing on his ceiling? I was saying, what's going on there? Do you know what I mean? But
Andrew, but what you said, with our squad depth, it shouldn't be a thing where because it's a somewhat weakened side from our strongest team that we should get knocked out of the cups by a championship side. I want to do well in all competitions.
All I'm worried is in January when Mendy goes away for a month with the African Nations Cup. That's all I'm worried about.
Oh yeah, he's still going in.
I need
What
a
do you mean?
decent
We've got a great
goalie.
backup goalkeeper. What are you talking about?
Who's he?
I believe in Kepa.
Who's he playing for? Who's he playing for? Senegal.
Kepa for 1 month is fine.
Senegal.
He's
You
fine.
know what? Senegal will get knocked out. I'll look at the Cup of Nations groups and see what happens.
Okay,
We'll get knocked out.
That's fine.
Oh, so now you care about Mendy, yeah? Okay.
Well, I care about Chelsea winning, so.
Kepa is the best number
I've
2 in
always
the
cared
world.
about Mendy. Tough love is what I'm on. I've always cared about Mendy.
You love Kepa a lot than Mendy, to be fair.
No, I love Chelsea.
Prime's never loved Mendy ever. He was
I love Chelsea. I love Chelsea. So whatever happens.
Lambs.
And Mourinho. But
How you doing?
Preach.
I'm
So,
good.
I'm going to ask you 2 things, actually. I want to ask you 2 things. I want to ask you about the Hakimi deal. Yeah,
Okay.
obviously, what your thoughts on the possibility of Hakimi coming to Chelsea. And I'll ask you also, Chelsea, there's talks about Chelsea looking at Verratti, which means that if Verratti comes in, he's an upgrade on who?
My
Gilmore.
favorite
Exactly.
player of all time, obviously.
So give me your answers to both of them. Like, how are you feeling?
Obviously, I have heard the rumors. Like, I know Sarri is obviously on his way to Lazio. There is a chance that Jorginho might be looking to maybe return to. There's links to him going back to the Italian league, to Serie A. I'm not too sure how true those rumors are. Considering obviously the performance he's had under Tuchel. I don't know if Tuchel is looking to keep him in his future plans as well. It depends again on the direction he's looking to take coming into next season as well. Obviously, a lot of people know I'm not a huge fan of him because of the direction I see Chelsea going and how I'm not too sure how he fits that narrative. Now, if Verratti comes in, I'm all for that. If Verratti comes in, I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna hide my happiness. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm gonna hide it. Like that would be a perfect outcome for me. But I'm not gonna take anything away from what I think he's done under Tuchel. I think that's the best I've seen him in a Chelsea shirt since he's come to this club. To be honest, like I've seen some of his best performances under Tuchel, and I've got to give credit to him as a player for obviously turning up, performing where he needs to be, and obviously down to a fantastic coach like Thomas Tuchel. But at the end of the day, Hakimi, I feel, is going to be a brilliant addition to the But he's still so young. He's still so versatile. He's going to slot into this team who still has so many young and upcoming players who haven't even hit their stride yet as well. Playing off a target man like a Haaland or a Lukaku, like somebody in that striker position. Like, oh my God, can you think of the options and the chances and the goals that we can get from having that option where we didn't have this season as well? It's oh my God, it's so exciting to think about. But I have to say, if we do get Hakimi, not 80 million, I would possibly be prepared for us to pay as much as we pay for Ben Chilwell, which is 60 million.
Facts.
I don't think we should. I also think that should be the option after we secure CDM and the striker, our first target options. We need to get those.
One of the things that Chelsea are potentially, which is why they're saying Chelsea are in a better position as PSG, is that there's players at Chelsea that Inter Milan actually want. So there's a chance that you might get a 60 million plus player. We could get rid of Emerson for 20 mil. So that would potentially give them the 80 mil that they want. So we're in a better position than someone like a PSG is, because they haven't really got any players that apparently supposedly that they want from PSG. I don't think PSG are looking to get rid of any players anyway, unlike Chelsea trying to get rid of their deadwood. So there will be players being used in deals to try and, obviously, number one, bring prices down, but get rid of players at the same time as well. But one of the greatest news is that I did hear yesterday, and it wouldn't surprise me if it does happen. I mean, I don't think it will. It's the fact that Christensen could be used as a part-way deal for Hakimi. When I saw that,
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Jem, shortly after, he got linked to signing a new contract. So you enjoy yourself. It's fine, man. You enjoy that rumor. Enjoy my rumor, bro. New contract coming soon.
Take that crusty for me. I don't mind. Do you get Hakimi and you take that?
No, we need backup. We need backup.
I cannot wait to see Lewis's reaction.
How can you want to get rid of Christensen instead of Zuma, Jim?
He is going to lose his goddamn mind.
Because when we switch back to a back fours, I know Zuma's better than Christensen at playing that.
Jam, he's a Ballon d'Or winner.
And that's going to happen moving forward. You know it as well.
Wait. What is the thing of Christensen being a Ballon d'Or winner already?
It's Lewis, isn't it? Lewis has made me feel I'm sorry, Lewis. Every morning waking up to Twitter seeing stupid pictures of Christensen holding cups.
Wait, but if Denmark win the Euros, then I'm sorry, he's got a case.
Slens, you're the same guy that said that, because I was like, if Kante wins the Euros, you said Kante shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or.
Oh,
prove I said that. Prove I said that. Where's the proof?
Guys,
I swear you said that. I swear you said that.
If Italy win it, Jorginho gets it. If Italy win it, Jorginho gets it.
If France have a stellar performance, they win it, and he's vital to it.
No, what about Italy? If Jorginho plays, he gets it.
Jorginho
gets Ballon d'Or.
He has to be a serious contender. I'm not saying he has to outright win it, but he has to be a serious contender.
I agree.
Top 10.
What are you going to do if Jorginho?
If Jorginho wins the Ballon d'Or, he's Chelsea's best ever player.
If Jorginho wins it,
I retire from the football world.
No one's ever won Ballon d'Or for us. No one's ever won Ballon d'Or. So
one player winning Ballon d'Or, and that's N'Golo Kante. Yeah, let's just get it out of our heads right now.
No, he's not.
Money Mace.
Jorginho's up there. Jorginho wins it.
Germany win the Euros. Give him the Timo Werner.
To be fair, Kante has incredible PR.
Now you're being ridiculous.
If it comes home and Money Mace is lifting that European Cup, Money Mace for Ballon d'Or.
Money who? What are you talking about? No, bro.
Timo Werner.
Mason Mount. He's talking about money.
What if Spain win it, Kepa?
What are you talking about?
Come on.
I'm saying, think David De Gea is going to win it, no?
Aspilicueta is in the squad? Aspilicueta?
No. Aspi can finish second. It's fine.
If Alonso is in the squad,
you know what's so mad? If England, right, actually, if anybody ever draws Spain, right, especially if you played against Chelsea in the Premier League, right, and you see Kepa in goal, all you got to do is just turn around to your teammates and be like, top bins.
And if Kepa wins Euros, I want apologies from people.
This
Nope.
question.
No,
here
only if he
gets-
starts. Only if he starts.
You haven't
This-
apologized for Mendy yet. But go on.
I have. Oh, I have.
Sorry,
Anyway,
Jim,
guys,
Go on,
one
sorry,
second. This comment from Andre here, where he says Haaland, Hakimi, and Verratti would cost Chelsea 250 million. He's right there. That's a that's a
Nah,
pretty.
probably
I'm not
more.
sure if Chelsea
Can I
is ready to spend
Wait,
that.
let Jim talk.
that
Let Jim
much
talk.
this summer.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer it, but go on, Slings, you go first. Go on.
Go on for tour. I was just gonna say let
I
Jim
was
talk.
gonna
that's what
say,
said.
I was gonna say about Haaland thing. Like Chelsea would have to bid more than 150, not including the salary commissions, the fee commission, and then there'll be some add-ons with
Yeah.
his dad and all that. That's like nearly about over 400 million euros that we could.
Yeah, that's
pay.
the overall contract. I think what he's trying
overall,
to
talking about the
here is
transfer fee.
their
Yeah.
contract
Yeah.
releases, which
Yeah.
is. But my point is this, right? People go, "Are Chelsea going to spend this money?" Yeah, they fucking will. If Roman Abramovich wants to spend that money, I think people forget who our owner is. Like, it's Roman Abramovich. This guy makes £100 million from just fucking sitting on his arse in 1 week. I'm sure he does. Like,
Buys paintings for 95 million
buys
pounds. For
paintings
God's
for
sake.
95 million pounds, and you're moaning about him spending 250 on 3 world-class players.
£1 billion
Chel-
shots.
You know what I mean?
Chelsea
Yeah.
fans, you are not accountants. It's not your money. Stop stressing over it. Jesus Christ.
So,
We're gonna have to do a GoFund to like.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
Chelsea
exactly.
so dire.
It's taking a payday loan. Taking a
Well,
payday
man.
loan.
His yachts are
How
home.
much is it?
Sitting here imagining, guys, can you imagine how made your life would be if someone gave you a £95 million painting for your birthday?
Bro, I got a painting in my house, bro. Come buy it, bro.
Oh my
Fuck's sake.
goodness. Oh my
I
goodness.
know. It's
I
like
would,
today building a super yacht for $400 million for the next year.
Exactly.
No.
for people questioning, will Roman spend 250? Is it not last season? People are clowning us for spending 250 and our players flopping. Roman's going to spend that money again. Oh, 259. Oh, so he's spending less this summer. Okay.
Not to mention all the players will sell as well.
But we won a Champions League. But they
Exactly.
flopped.
Exactly. So
How
maybe
much is the flop?
maybe if he spends 250, which is less than last summer, maybe we'll win the Premier League. Who knows?
Chelsea can spend that money. Chelsea will offload players. Don't get me wrong, the players that we've got to offload are not going to be expensive. Barring Tammy 40, if we get rid of Cho 50,
Zuma,
60 maybe,
yeah.
if we did. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
potentially. Like, we could still recoup an easy 100 million in just getting rid of players. I think.
Yeah.
Emerson, Alonso, Tammy. Yeah. Who else we got? Bakayoko.
Zuma.
Barkley.
Bakayoko.
Mason Mount.
Loftus Cheek.
What's this comment here?
Loftus Cheek to Lazio has to happen, by the way. That would be great.
This comment's so cringe, bro.
Remember Mazakar, Mata Hazard, Oscar. We're going to have Muhaha, Mount Haaland. Muhaha.
No one called them that. No one called them that.
Please don't call them that, please.
No one did. Okay. No one did.
I'm sure whoever calls them that can't go anywhere near a Premier
Hey,
League.
listen,
No
that's
one
a good
called them.
idea, though.
No one called.
What? No, Mascar was a thing, no?
No,
Yeah, it was
wasn't.
Mazakar
It
was
wasn't
the
a
thing,
thing
yeah.
at
It was.
all.
Look,
Yeah, it
Ali,
was.
if we get them players, if we get Haaland in that team, then I will use it. I promise. Every time we win, if we win a trophy, I will do it. I'll be like, we've got Muhaha. That just sounds weird, doesn't it?
No.
We got Muhaha.
I mean, Jem, speaking of people we can sell Zuma as well for like 40, 50 mil as well. of
Nah,
course,
Christian.
yeah.
No, I like them both. Keep them both.
No, I like
I
Christensen.
think one of them is going to go. I think one of
It'll
them.
be Zuma.
I think Christensen
Yeah.
deserves to go. If you got my honest
I don't think we're gonna.
Oh,
No, I
I
don't
know what
think.
you're trying to do, Jam. You're
I don't
lucky.
think either will leave. I don't think
You're
either
down
will.
based on half a season under Tuchel. What was he doing before that?
Shameless, Jim.
How's that?
What was he
6
doing
months.
before
How's
that?
that reaction in 6
Dude,
months?
it's reactionary fans. This is what I keep saying about our fan base.
6 months, though.
You just looking at half a season. What was he doing before Tuchel come in? Go on, answer my question. Did we not
Oh,
all say sell him? Did
He
we
was
not all
having
say,
clangers. He was having clangers. But bro, you get a new manager, you get a new system, and he fits into the system. So he's important to
what
Tuchel.
happens
You know
when
what I
we
mean?
have to change that system? Because we
Bro, what happens when in the back four you're expected to handle to have ball retention? Like, and do you think Zuma will struggle? Of course,
What,
he'll
you think
struggle. 'cause
Christensen can play in the back four?
I think
Yeah, but Jem,
with the right partner, with the right
to flip
partner.
your
No,
question,
no,
right?
no,
What,
you
what
can't.
did Zuma
No, you
do?
can't.
What
Come
did
on,
Zuma
you
do
got
in the second
you
half?
got to keep the Danish. He's Danish Maldini, man. You got to keep Christensen.
Stop saying this Maldini bollocks as well. He's no Danish Maldini. Yeah, that is the insult to Maldini. I feel sorry for Maldini actually being
No, you're right.
compared
He's not. He's not.
to
He's a Danish
Christensen.
Ferretti. He's a
No,
Danish Ferretti.
no.
You're right.
He's more like
My
the
bad.
Danish
No.
You're
Titus
right,
Brown.
man.
This is
That's
what
the
happened.
thing.
This is
Oh,
what
that-
will happen if Denmark win the Euros. This is what happened. This is what happened if Denmark win the Euros.
Oh god.
To be fair, Christensen is just basically the Danish John Stones.
he is. Yes. He's
No,
there.
Which again is not an insult because Sean Stones is actually very good.
I'm sorry.
But-
Where's John Stones' Champions League? Where is it? Sorry.
John Stones has how many Premier Leagues? John Stones has how many Premier Leagues?
yeah, Christensen's got one,
Champions
hasn't
League.
he?
Champions League is on mine.
Zuma was
That's what I'm
top
saying.
goal scorer then. You were right.
This is in the Premier League in 2015.
Yeah, I think once. Yeah, he's got one.
People forget Kurt Zuma's important goals at the beginning of this season that won us games. You know, I'm just saying. That's all I've got to say. Yeah, man.
He's our
Poor
best
guy.
aerial threat. He's our best aerial threat, Kurt Zuma.
We were ninth.
Like,
Ooh,
I
important
wouldn't-
goals. Ooh.
I
Come
think
on,
as a
bro.
backup,
Yeah, okay,
Kurt
yeah,
Zuma's
yeah.
pretty good.
Zuma's fault,
I
though,
think
is
he's a
it?
good backup.
Bollocks. I'm sorry. No, that's not Zuma's fault. That is not Zuma's fault. That's Lampard and the players. Blame the
And
players.
why would
Zuma
you
sucks.
get rid of our top goal scorer, Jorginho, as well? Like, I don't know what.
It's a good point. You're talking about goal scorers. You're talking about goal scorers.
Ballon d'Or winning.
I'd have him as a squad player. I'd see
Can't
what
lie.
squad.
Did
I
you hear
can't
that?
lie.
Glenn?
If
missed it.
Scotland, if
This is
Scotland
why would
pulls
you
out
get rid
the
of our top
Euros,
goal scorer, Jorginho?
I can't lie. Yeah, man.
Well, the reason why he's our top scorer.
Come on,
Because
man.
our attack
He
is
can take
shit.
it. He's got the best penalty in the world. Like, that's
Because our attack is shit. That's why he's top scorer. His
I
attack is
can't
shit.
lie.
Yeah,
If
it's
if
backwards.
if Scotland pulls out
Yeah.
the Euros,
Anything
Billy
saying
Gilmore
it
deserves a
was
shout.
somewhere.
You know.
Fatua, you're just shameless, you know.
Wait,
He's just
Billy
shameless.
Gilmore deserves a shout
He's
for
just
what?
shameless.
Not to be loaned next season. Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't be loaned.
Golden
What?
boy. That's what we vote for.
The Golden
You
Boy. No,
You would know them.
the last decade, players who have won the Golden Boy have flopped. Look at what's his name, Martial. Have you guys not realised that?
What makes
Back
people
five,
think we're
baby.
going
I
into
don't
a
pay attention to the
Oh,
Golden
That
Boy,
comment
doesn't
is
matter
spot
to me.
on. That comment
We're
is
gonna get
spot
sussed
on.
out, Marshall. We're gonna eventually get sussed out. Like I'm not saying he's gonna.
Yeah, of
I'm
course we will.
not saying like he's not gonna still keep this back three system. I think he will still use it and implement it for some games, but for some other games he will change up the system and formation because we will get sussed out.
I think
I
our
know,
main
I agree
formation will
with
be
that.
the back five.
Can I
I
just?
think this-
I will say this Marshall guy. I don't know who he is, but he
He's a
sounds like
prick.
he wears a tinfoil hat. Okay, so I wouldn't take what he says.
Yo, guys, can I just say
to be,
something? You know, when it comes to back five, don't get the impression that's defensive because when we get Hakimi, we're going to be playing with him literally as a right winger.
Yeah.
It won't be a right wing back, so it'll be like a 4-3-3. When we attack, but when we defend,
When
it's
we
a
get
5.
Hakimi, I like that, Slins. When we, it's like when
Of
Chelsea
course.
links. It's like when. It's not ifs. It's just when, isn't it? Now it's like
course.
when we get him.
None of that Buendia talk, man. We don't do them things, bro. Championship players.
We're not
Listen,
Arsenal. We don't get carried away.
let's,
You know what I mean? And then they make up
Bundia.
excuses. You know what Arsenal fans crack me up? They're like, the reason we didn't get him is because we didn't want to pay. We didn't want to match it. Like, you know, it's not that over us. It's just, you know.
30 million is loose change for us. Come
Well,
on.
he's not
We
that
are-
good anyway. He's not.
Hold on. But isn't that worse than getting rejected? So you couldn't match the 32 bid for a championship player. That's
all
worse.
we have to do.
Do you
No,
know
no,
what it's
but
like?
you know,
Do you know
it's,
what it's like?
right.
You know when you go to a club, yeah, and you ask for a girl for a number, yeah, and she says no, you're like, oh, she was clapped anyways. She's not nice anyways.
She was
That's what you're
dead
like.
anyways.
That's what you're like, man. Listen, be honest to yourself, man. You're hurt. You're hurt. Just admit it to us.
Yeah, but I didn't like you anyway. I didn't like you anyway.
But you know, I don't know what's actually worse, yeah. Not having the attractiveness to pull a player or not having the financial power to pull a player. I don't know what's worse.
Both.
Both.
If you could get rid of Christensen and it meant if you could get Hakimi and it meant selling Christensen, would you do it?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've
That's
got-
my point.
I would say
If-
put Zuma instead, but
If we got rid of Zuma
You
or
would, Darren, wouldn't
Christensen,
you? Darren would. I can see it in Darren's face.
If we did that, we probably need to buy another centre back.
Thank you, Darren.
No, we could promote Mark Gurhey to the bench.
No, but someone who can play in the center of a three is my point.
1 second, guys. Darren, did you say no or yes? I can't hear.
We can't hear him, I think.
Yeah,
I said yes.
Oh,
Oh, you
Can
said
you
yes?
guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
now.
I can hear you.
I said yes.
Okay.
It's tough.
it's a tough one, man.
Yeah, I'll make it easy for you. Yes, fucking yes. Hakimi.
Oh,
Put it this way, right?
damn.
I'm going to sell it to you. Yeah, I'm a good salesman. That's what I do. My trade, right? Look, put it this
Oh
way,
my
right?
God.
You've got the option of signing a player who is the best in one of the best or the best in his position. Now, is Christensen the best in his position? No.
Absolutely.
No, he's not. He's not. So my point is, you've got the option of signing someone that is the best in their position for someone to go, which, to be fair, we could get away with not actually needing, because you could throw Reece James in there. You could have
Jem,
Ashley, whatever.
if we did that, we would need to sign. We might need to sign another centre back that can play in the centre of a three, because we only have Silva, and if he's injured or he can't play because he's old, we've got no
We would
backup.
have to get Veranda. We'd have to get
Because he's
Veranda.
Yeah, or we just switch formations when Christensen can't or when Silva can't play.
Jem, I'm going to head off because I've got a stream at 10 and K8.
It's all right, I'm
so-
going to finish them anyway. Yeah,
I don't want to get.
Alright,
No,
no
I
problem.
wouldn't.
So, yeah.
I don't want to go with a Christensen. I don't see the
Andrew,
point.
send the link, Andrew.
We're just weakening our squad if we do that. I don't get the point.
Get rid of Stones, enjoy your Prem, I'll keep winning Champions League with AC. Alex
Yeah,
is with us.
baby.
Alex, what are you saying, bro? Long time, haven't seen you. How you
Oh,
been?
good guys. Yeah, and I've been taking a good break. Yeah, no, man. I've just been kind of looking and seeing what Chelsea are doing. I think the good thing that I would say about the transfer business with Haaland is that he's not going to the Euros, and I think him not going to the Euros could actually play a good part, because it could give Chelsea time to also to try and make a good kind of try and make the deal happen.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen? I don't know if it's going to happen. I think there's a lot of talk being talked about, like Sancho's obviously the first their first play that they want to make. They want to make sure they do business on, and then maybe a Haaland. I think they wouldn't want to get rid of both players. But I think, look, if you give Matt Dortmund, you said 120 mil on their table, I think they're gonna take it. And even Raiola, Raiola is gonna take Raiola if he sees that amount of money that comes in, even for himself. He's definitely gonna get at Dortmund and say, look, I want my player to leave, and he'll come to us. And the thing is, I don't want Chelsea to be on Haaland all summer though, because we end up for 2 months always talking about Haaland and this offer and that offer, and then we end up getting to in the summer and having no striker. What happened a couple of years ago? And
What I think they would do, Alex, is the one thing I'd say that Chelsea are very good at is actually understanding whether they're actually going to get the player or not. I don't think they'll waste too much time. If they know they can't, say there's a breakdown in negotiations because, I don't know, Haaland's wages, Chelsea wanted to pay a little bit less and he's just reluctant to do that, which I don't think he would do anyway, because he knows he ain't going to be able to get that next season. Let's be serious. But, that I think if Chelsea knew that, there's still the option of Lukaku. So they could literally pull out of this Haaland deal like that and go, look, Lukaku, yeah, mate, 112 million is it now for Lukaku? I read. I was saying.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's gone up to 112 mil.
No, thank you, man. No, thank you.
It's 120 because
And,
of what I
I
said
also
before.
want to say
Could you see a situation where we don't get any striker if we don't get Haaland, or do you think we'll get like a Danny Ings or something?
Well, that's not necessarily true, because at the end of the day, like, Harry Kane is still available, guys. Like, as much as
Yeah,
He won't come.
Levi.
But he's not available to us, Lambs, man. He's not.
we haven't
They won't
signed
sell him.
him, nothing's concrete yet, so you've no idea. Like, talks
To
can
be
go
fair, right?
apart so quickly, guys. You never know what can happen.
Yeah.
This summer's gonna be crazy. Oh, I also want to say one thing, with the Hakimi man.
Go on.
Hakimi man. Hakimi, if he comes to us, he's gonna be one hell of a player for us. Because the thing is with Hakimi, I think he's still young and he still can improve. And look, I think having him in our team, he's versatile. Like, he's actually a good footballer on the ball and off the ball, and he could bring something else to our squad. Like, he could literally make our squad depth even stronger. You know, say a Reece James or Ben Chilwell gets injured, no problem. We're just gonna bring. You can just bring him on, and also I think I can see.
He is fast.
I can. Thing is, I can see him also even playing in some games. If Tuchel brought him, I think Tuchel could also play him as more of an attacking winger. Like I think he's that good that he could actually. Let's say we're playing a team who, like, say we're playing Man City and we have him. He could change and have a particular formation that could suit Reece James and him in the same team. And also, I think playing that 3-back formation, and I think he can play left back. So I think having him, well,
He's
the
versatile.
transfer fee might be too much. I guess the transfer fee could be the stopgap. But if we can go and get him, I think he's probably one of the most upcoming right backs there. And he's a good addition to our team. You know, he'll make us stronger. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and buy players this summer that are going to make us stronger. Don't go and buy players that are just going to add to the team. Go and buy a player that's actually going to even
the best in their positions, isn't it? That's what I was saying earlier. So someone that is very good at what he does in that position, and in the system and formation that we play with Tuchel, he would fit perfectly, I think. Anyway, so Will, what you saying, bro? Hakimi, Chelsea, Haaland, Chelsea. What you saying?
Bring Hakimi in. If we have to give them Christensen, I'm sorry. It might be unpopular. Give them Christensen.
Oh my god!
Because the reason is that I don't want to get rid of Christensen if we don't have to. If we don't have to, I do not want to get rid of Christensen because he's a good player. But I'm seeing people that called him awful and crap months ago, even a couple months ago, that are now saying he's untouchable. He's not untouchable. He's not a player like Mount or even like Havertz or Reece James, where they can't be swapped. There's no money that should even tempt us of selling them. Christensen's of an age where he's 25. He's not old by any means, but he's not a youngster. And I think if you're going to get Hakimi, who is a top class wing back, one of the best in the world at the age of 21, 22, I think it's a no-brainer. But I'd rather just pay money for Hakimi. I'd rather just pay money.
That's spot on, man. I agree with you fully.
What about Haaland?
With that.
I know
bring him in if we can't get it. I'm not against Haaland. I just wanted Kane or Lukaku more. But bring in Haaland. Bring him in.
Like, even that, you know, if you bring Hakimi and Haaland in the same team, you know, they play together also. So
and Verratti?
I don't see Verratti happening. To be honest, I don't see Verratti happening. But Verratti...
Upgrade on Jorginho?
I would make...
He is an upgrade on Jorginho, Jim.
If we got Verratti, I would say we win the league. If we get Verratti, we'll win the league.
He's about to get rid of Christensen. He's about to get rid of Jorginho.
No, we're not getting rid of Jorginho. We're not getting rid of either.
We're not getting rid of either.
We're not getting rid of either.
Yeah. Christensen is not leaving, is what Callum says.
He isn't leaving, but...
I'm enjoying the gas while it lasts. Lead me to it. Let me enjoy it to myself.
Signing a new contract. They're both signing new contracts, Jorginho and Christensen. It's a bad day for you, Jay.
Fucked.
Let us stream, guys. Let us stream.
Hakimi is proof that Tuchel intends to keep the back three. Hakimi is that player that turns that formation into a hyper-attacking version of what we have now. I hear that. I think the one thing that Hakimi is very good at is counter. You know, especially if we're set up, say we're pinned in a bit and we need to get out, you get the ball out to him.
You know what's crazy, Jack? You know
he can be a man.
So versatile. He's such a versatile player. Not only can he play on the right, we can probably play him on the left as well. See you later, Slens.
The thing is that Reece James, Reece James is improving at beating a man, but Hakimi, he's a dribbler. Like, he's not even. He's a proper attacking right back. Reece James, he's good. Like, and even look, Hakimi's passing. Like, Hakimi's passing is probably even better than Reece James. Like, this guy, Hakimi's. And
he offers more going forward, Alex, as well. You know, he's a better attacker than Reece James, isn't he?
He's so quick. He's so quick.
He's quicker. But this doesn't mean that Reece James is going to go. Like, it's just, I think, bringing him in. Look, and also we saw it this year. When you, for example, Luke Shaw, for example, when Pellis arrived in, like, having players in each position, having world-class players, two world-class players in two different or the same position, it's going to get, you know, Reece James thinking as a, you know, I need to up my game here. So actually bringing him in is going to improve Reece James' quality and you know, to actually make him think that he has to improve his own game. So If it happens, I'll be all for it, man. I'll be happy.
Yeah, I think you spend that money in Hakimi though. He don't come in and he sit on the bench. I think he does start, and I think he does play right wing back. But what I think you would do with Reece James is I think you'll see him play a lot more right centre back. I think that will happen. I think Aspie. Look, people need to understand that Aspie is still a great player, but he's each and every year that we go into a new season, he's also getting older. So we've only got to start looking forward. And what Chelsea are doing right now is they're seeing certain players being available that are the best in their positions, and we're acting. We're acting for our future. It's a project. I believe Tuchel has got this idea and a project and of what he wants to do. And if there's these certain individuals that become available, you're going to see him then try and get these players, and why not? You know,
and in a season we play over 60 games in a season. Like, and Tuchel loves to rotate players, and him having a Hakimi in our team, he loves to play the right players for a specific match. You know, if he was playing this team, he plays this formation with these players. And the thing is, having him in our team, or even bringing other players in our team, I can't even guess what team we're gonna use. You know, like. Imagine, you know, it'd be hard for opponents to, like, you know, sometimes we won't become repetitive. We'll always have something new to bring, which, you know, it's a very important factor to go and win games, because then teams can't really think you out.
Exactly. Alex, it's like with Man City, you've got Kyle Walker, our right wing back, or Cancelo, or right back, or Cancelo. They both offer different threats to the team, and you have to think about how to deal with both of them.
Yeah, he's right, massively right. There's still 40, well, nearly 50 of you here tuned in with us. We appreciate it massively on GNA TV. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. The giveaway's still going. Lambs is... we've still got that live on the Instagram page at the moment. It finishes on Friday, so make sure you go over there on the Instagram page. I think it's tag 2 people. Like
what's the giveaway? What's the giveaway?
A football jersey choice of whatever you want. Like you get to pick. I'm not saying you grab a Chelsea shirt, a Man United shirt, a Liverpool shirt. Whoever wins tells me.
Go for Italy shirt, man. I'll go for an Italy shirt.
Are you in it, Alex? Yeah. Have you got involved? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I need to check. I've forgotten, to be honest.
Go on Instagram. You got GNA Instagram.
Yeah, no, I do.
Go on there and do it. Just tag 2 people. We've got a super chat coming from 88th Bus Stop. Thank you for the donation, bro. After Roman's interest in Haaland became public, I watched Dortmund's last season's game again. He's almost quicker than Verne, freak of nature. That's true.
This guy's a monster. He is an absolute monster. Like he's 20. He's that size. Imagine when he's like 25. This guy's different levels, man. This guy's gonna be different levels. And the thing is,
why it makes sense. It's like a long-term investment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, literally, Chelsea, go and pay all your money, because the thing is, look, even if he, I'm not even worried for him to flop him, because if he has a poor start to the season, he's mentally strong enough to go and think, okay, I need to go improve my game and actually go and score goals. And he's cocky. He's got that Zlatan Ibrahimovic cockiness, and he's got that work ethic. I think he would just he would, and the thing is, he suits us. I think, and also Thomas Tuchel's the right manager. You know, I think of all the managers that we could have at the moment, Thomas Tuchel's a perfect manager that would work with him. You know, I couldn't even think of any other best manager besides maybe Pep Guardiola would do something brilliant with him. So I'm so confident. I just want it to happen, man. I'm just wanting to happen.
Ali Reza says that ESPN guy Jan is also close to Haaland's family. He knows something we don't. This and Alfie Haaland's following CFC Instagram is suspicious. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Interesting. But I do need to wrap it up there. People, thank you again for tuning in to GNA TV. We are doing quite a lot of transfer shows at the moment, and I know a lot of people have been doing them as well, but we're trying to keep you up to date, trying to get you the chance to get involved, have your say, etc. We are switching from transfers to the Euros, the Euro watch-alongs, which is going to be happening very soon. We are starting with the Turkey and Italy game. Obviously, my Turkish team up against the Italians, Georgina, which means I get to... Oh, actually, Alex, you're Italian, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm supporting...
Yeah, all right.
Cool. Look, we're winning it, yeah? Look, I support England.
Alex, why don't you come on our watch-along on Friday?
I will.
Why don't you come on? Represent Italy.
I can't watch it. I'll bring my. To be honest, I need to go to Nagtown to buy my England. And I'm going to Box Park. I'm going to Box Park to watch the Croatia game this Sunday. So
yeah,
it's going to be. Oh man,
well, we're doing the watch along for that first game. So make sure you come on over here and tune in. Euro Expert will be hosting it. I will be there. Alex will be there representing Italy as well. Lamb, if she wants to join and she's not up to much and she wants.
Will
to...
Jan be crying?
Oof.
Would I be crying?
I'll definitely.
This is gonna be a Verratti masterclass.
A Jorginho masterclass.
Jorginho
It's gonna be a
masterclass.
Burak Yilmaz masterclass, more like, mate. Watch 2 goals.
Listen, Alex is about to go to his family. Like, listen, guys, I'm ready to address my Italian heritage again.
Oh
yeah. It's weird how when the Euros come in, everyone that's like I'm predominantly English. I don't know about Alex and whatever, but as soon as like countries that your family might originate from, it's like I am them now. Yeah, I'm Turkey.
No, I lived in Italy for 10 years, man. When I was younger, man, I lived in Italy for 10 years. So.
There you go.
There you go. He's a big Italy fan. So make sure you tune into that. We've also got some other. We're not doing watch alongs for every game. We've actually picked out. Lambs has written them down for us. Lucky enough, we've picked out different watch alongs for different reasons. We might have someone coming on
God,
who's a German.
I haven't sent you the email. I need to send you the email.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter.
I have all the notes written up from like when we had them. I'm an idiot. I'll send it to you. I'm sorry.
We've got a German fan representing. We've got a Holland guy representing. Euro Expert will probably be doing sort of most of them in and out. We ain't going to be doing the England ones because we know everyone's going to want to be out. I'm probably going to be out as well for the England ones. So it's not
most
people. But what we will be doing is reactions to the England games, which I don't. So the next day we'll go over and talk about them, etc. So that will give you the opportunity to get involved. But make sure you stay tuned in because there's so much going on here. I think we're about 40 away from 1.3k already. We're nearly on our way to 1.5k subscribers at GNA TV, which I want to say thank you very much to every single one of you guys that are still in at the moment. But I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves. And I'm sure we'll see you again probably tomorrow at some point. Peace.
VIP, stay low key, like bando bitch, oh please, yeah. Brand new whip, no keys, yeah. Get down on knees, yeah.